कर्मों के अनुसार, वो कर्मों के संस्कार जब खत्म हो जाएंगे वो स्पिरिचुअल है।
What Gurudev initially explained to me was why he is empowered, what makes him a Siddhi Guru, and that is that our Vedic philosophy says that rishis or yogis said that there are two ways in which someone can attain moksha. One is through a how do you say, an invocation of the formless divine, that is not concentrating on a specific image or an idol, and the other is a concentration on the formed divine, that is an idol of Krishna or Rama or Jesus Christ or something like that. And he says that in the past, when people did their sadhana, which is their meditation or tapasya, have you heard these words before?
Yeah.
They had to do it for years and years, sometimes hundreds of years, and through either of these paths, one is through the invocation of the formless divine or through the form divine, they were able to attain moksha. But what they suggest is that if someone were able to do both these, or were able to conquer both these in one single life, not in many lives, in one single life, then the power or the divine would descend into that person, and he in turn would be able to initiate other people into that yoga and have the power descend into them as well, which would mean that the yoga or the sadhana or the meditation wouldn't require a long period of tapasya, but could be done within one lifetime, within one short period of time, instead of continuing over several lifetimes. So what Gurudev says is that, you might have read it on the website, that he did the sadhana of the Gayatri, and he had the Gayatri Siddhi, and Gurudev also has Krishna Siddhi. So the Gayatri is the Siddhi of the divine formless, and the Krishna is the Siddhi of the divine form, and these are together in the body. So what he says is that he can only take you on that path which he has been on, and so he can take you to his level of evolution, which would mean that he has realized himself and he has become an immortal being, and so he can take you to that level of consciousness in turn. And so for that to happen, our Vedic Rishi says that the body has to first be completely fit, the body and the mind. So they say that yoga is sort of, it can be, they sort of compare it to like a mythical boon-giving tree, which is what we call the Kaltaru. The Kaltaru means it's a mythical tree that if you sit under it and you wish for anything, it gives you that, it grants you that wish. So the yoga they compare it to a mythical wish granting tree. So once you realize it, once you become sort of concentrated in that effort, anything that you wish for is granted to you. And so he says that happens on 3 levels: physical, mental and spiritual. It cures physical disease, mental disease and spiritual disease. So the first 2 science has been somewhat been able to deal with, but they don't know what spiritual disease is. So what Gurudev says is that spiritual disease means seeds of your past, that seeds of your karmas from your past lives, and unless and until these are not dealt with, you will constantly be assaulted by physical, mental and material problems. So once spiritual disease is dealt with, you automatically you become sort of a vessel for anything that the divine has to give you. So that is why you begin to think that all your wishes are granted, that anything you wish for happens. It's
I see.
Yeah.
एक और समस्या मैंने कर दी विज्ञान के लिए खड़ी। वो लड़की जो है ना, जमीन से 1 फीट ऊपर उठ गई। फिजिकल बॉडी ऊपर क्यों उठ गई? मतलब ये दूसरे तो फिजिकल बॉडी तो वही रहते हैं, कारण शरीर से आप कहीं भी जा सकते हो, मगर वो फिजिकल बॉडी जो है सबटल तो उठ जाए, फिजिकल कैसे उठ गई? ये न्यूटन और आइंस्टाइन वालों के लिए समस्या पैदा करती। मैं ये बताओ कि जो तुम्हारे साथ एक लड़की।
There are a few of Gurudev's disciples, and he remembers one specific disciple. It's a little girl about the age of 10 or 12. who when she meditates, she what's that word?
Levitates.
Levitates. She levitates and she levitates to a foot above the ground. And so Gurudev says that, science thinks this is some kind of miracle or magic. It's not, it's nothing like that. What happens is that once you realize yourself as not being tied down to the material plane, you become free from the force of gravitation, because you realize that you're free from any of these material things that hold you down. And that is why you levitate. And that's an outward manifestation of that, and that's why it defies, you begin to